Hi there, Joe from Jonesy's, and today we are going to answer some questions. Several people who have purchased our low mount manifold for our Suburban conversions have questions about how you get your turbo freed up and get it clocked. So that coming up next. So the trick to getting this thing separated is you need to get it clamped very securely in the vise and remove the 4 retaining bolts, or 2 of the 4 retaining bolts. You can't get all 4 of them out in this application because they run into the oil fill and the drain. Then after that, you want to take some heat, clean this surface really well, and you want to heat the exhaust side of the turbo only. Do not heat any of the intake, and avoid heating in there. And heat up all around this cast piece. Let it cool down, and then after you let it cool down, you want to take a nice dead blow hammer, again securely put it in the vise, dead blow hammer, and you want to be firm, tap that, and you'll see it start to separate right here. Once you guys can hopefully see it move. Once you get it to separate, you just need to work it back and forth, take the rest of these bolts out, and then it'll come loose. So I'm going to grab the camera and give you guys a close-up as to what I'm talking about. There you can see it has come up and separated. So I might have enough room now to get this bolt out. No, not quite. So I'm going to tap it down there. And once you get it to start to move, you kind of tap on both sides. You can see it starting to separate. Once you start to see it separate, you can go ahead and spray some penetrating oil in there. Then again, just try and, you can see it. It's starting to move pretty easily now. You're most likely never going to be able to get it to actually rotate until it's fully freed up. There, I got that clamp and that bolt all the way off, the rest of the way. And there you see it popped it loose. It's able to get the other clamp off. So now, I just want to be careful. Pull that guy out. Set him on the bench, and this surface right in here is what you need to clean. I like to use a bunch of dental picks, but you can get in there and scrape that out. Maybe take a wire wheel, get some emery cloth in there, get that surface really, really clean. And then also, you want to clean up this surface right here where it sits down. All in there. So we'll get that all cleaned up, and then we'll go ahead and get it clocked. So we got everything cleaned up, all the rust off, scraped out, put a little bit of anti-seize in there. You can see that's all cleaned up and it's got a little bit of anti-seize. So now we're going to set the turbo back in the housing and get it clocked and indexed correctly and tightened down. When you set this in, you want to be very, very gentle so you don't damage any of the fins, but if you do this correctly, you'll be able to slide it pretty darn easily. And there you can see our oil fill tube right there, basically indexed straight up, perpendicular to the mounting surface of the manifold. So now we're just going to get these little clamps reinstalled, get our bolts back in, make sure everything is indexed correctly, and snug everything up. After this, we're going to go over and actually bolt it to our manifold and fabricate the oil drain.